Dreams are those moments which connect thoughts to reality and take us on unknown paths with hope and determination. This is the story of Dalo, who turned his dreams into reality to reach me. Let's listen to the story. It is mentioned once that in a small beautiful village which was surrounded by forests, there lived a farmer's son, Dalo. He was very soft-hearted and very intelligent, but the villagers often made fun of him. They would say, "Hey, look at Dalo. He is again sitting and dreaming during the day. He will never become a farmer." Dalo wanted to move beyond the life of the fields. He liked to make small designs from wood and stone and dreamt of doing some ordinary carving. Then one day Dalo's father, seeing his interest, sent him to the city to learn the art of stone carving from a skilled master. Under the guidance of his master, Dalo learnt to make cups, vases, and objects from stone. The spindle spinning of Dalo was very beautiful, but he did not like it. There always seemed to be something lacking in them. One day he made a cup inspired by a thorny flower, but when it was completed, he regretted it and said that even a simple flower gives happiness to a person, but how will anyone like my stone vase? In the royal palace of the same kingdom, a beautiful princess lived who was very famous for her beauty and her passion for rare treasures. She often used to ask for rare things. Then one day she made a strange announcement that she wanted a stone flower that could compete with the stars and the moon, and the one who would fulfill this wish would be given wealth and respect. When Dalo heard this news, he knew that this was a great opportunity for him to prove his ability. He was amazed and left for the palace so that he could carve such a flower for the princess. After reaching the palace, Dalo presented his carved work in the royal court. Although his craftsmanship was praised, the princess shook her head and said that it is beautiful, but not the one that I want. The flower that I want is greater than all the beauty of the world. Then a courtier whispered to Dalo that if you want to make such a flower, then search for the owner of the Copper Mountain. In her area, there is also a flower of stone, afsan, which is the most beautiful flower in the world. But beware, many people went to get it and very few returned. Dalo, being determined, started his journey towards the Copper Mountain. He climbed high, faced the strong winds of Abu, and crossed dangerous valleys. Finally, he reached the shining peak where the owner of the Copper Mountain appeared. "Why have you come to my area?" "I have come to search for the stone flower so that I can fulfill the princess' wish and prove my mastery," Dalo said to Aziz. The owner of the Copper Mountain looked at him and said that the stone flower is not an ordinary treasure. To get it, you will have to pay a price. Only those who understand the spirit of the stone will succeed. But beware, if you fail, you will never be able to go out of my mountain. The owner of Copper took Dalo to a room and said that there are all kinds of stones here. Your job is to find that stone. Who is singing? Dalo got confused. He started thinking how a stone can sing. He picked up one stone after another and started listening carefully. Hours passed by and days started passing by, and he was tired, but Dalo did not give up. Finally, he picked up He felt as if he was hearing a light melody or a whisper in his hands. He jumped up in joy and presented the stone to Markin. The mistress smiled and said, "You have passed the test, young man. The stone flower is yours." The mistress took Dalo to the stone flower. When Dalo saw the stone flower, he was surprised. It was a very beautiful flower. Its leaves were made of diamonds and jamin, which were shining like the morning. Dalo returned to the palace holding the leaf flower in his hands. When he presented the leaf flower in the court, everyone was surprised, and the eyes of the princess were also filled with surprise. The princess happily looked towards the flower whose leaves were made of diamonds and jamin and said, "You have given me the most precious treasure, but more than that you have shown courage and perseverance. You are a great gift to me. You are a true artist, and your heart is as beautiful as your work. From today, Dayal will stay in the palace. Arrangements for their stay are to be made. 2 royal servants should be sent to the village on behalf of their father, and they should also be kept in the palace, and this beautiful flower should be decorated in my room." The princess built a wonderful workshop for Dayal, which was equipped with modern tools and precious stones. The princess often used to watch the work of Dayal with great interest and was very surprised to see how Dayal molds precious stones into beautiful crafts. Dayal made such masterpieces that the whole kingdom was surprised to see them. One day Dayal was busy working in his workshop. The princess came to him and said, "You have given immense beauty to that kingdom, but your kindness and dedication have touched my heart the most. Princess, I am a great artisan, but if you accept me, then I will dedicate my life to bring happiness to your lives." Dayal replied, and in this way their wedding took place with great pomp and show. The celebrated Diallo's workshop became a place where artisans from far and wide came to learn, and his throne made the Sultanate famous far and wide. And thus a farmer's son who once dreamed of doing something extraordinary found not just success, but love and purpose, proving that the greatest wealth is that which is spun from the heart.